Hi everyone. Welcome in. Welcome you. Come have a seat. My name's Shannon and this is my channel Shannon is Healing. And today we're going to talk about the Amberverse for maybe, but probably not, the very last time. As we know, and as we addressed in my last video, the Amberverse has imploded on us. And now there is a question amongst us girls in the Amberverse that possibly reaction channels are going too far. So that's what I want to talk about today. And I want to give my opinion because who cares about my opinion? And yeah, I just feel like I should put it out there, even though nobody cares. Banjo really wants to be in the shot. Hold on. Can you see her? You can see her butt. Sorry. I just had lunch. So we're just going to have to deal with that. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get it out of the way. And then we're going to move over to this channel. And at the end of the video, I'll give you some of my ideas for how I want this channel to continue and what type of content I want to be making. But yeah, let's get into it. And I can't wait to hear from you guys because this is like, I honestly don't really know how to feel, but we'll get into that. Okay. Oh, God. Hi, guys. I just had to change locations because the lighting is bad. It's an overcast day today. And I need to be closer to a window. I needed to be closer to the window. So you could see my face. And all my books. I really want to do, I think I mentioned this in my last video, I want to do a book recommendation.
My original goal for this year was to read 70 books.
For the month of October. So, I know I always say I'm going to like post more things that I never do, but this I really want to do. Look how many books are over there. And I have to get through them and read them. So, anyway, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, so reaction channels, Girl World, the Amberverse. My last video was about the end of the Amberverse because I think for me it's kind of over. And like I said, if Vlogmas is popping, maybe we can react to it. But it just feels different with everything that's gone on and come out about Amber. Not that we didn't already know Amber was a bad person, but you know, it's different when you're speculating about something to having like cold hard evidence that something is in fact true. But let's just be open and honest here. She's always treated her partners badly. She's posted that on her own channel. We didn't have to do any type of paying people or investigating to see that. And so like we know what we know about Amber. But I think everything that's happening with Rachel Reacts and you know people aren't happy about it. Like most girls in the Girlverse are like, what the hell? Like why would you pay Emily and also like not tell your audience? That's not cool. And I completely understand that. I think transparency is really important. And most reaction channels that I've watched react to the situation with Rachel, like Hecticana, and I think Alex Shook had said this once as well, that like, yeah, I would pay Emily for information, but like I would make sure my audience knows, and it would be very transparent, and we'd all be on the same page, and there'd be no surprises. And I think Rachel was coming out with this because she was trying to get ahead of it, of course. She didn't want Tommy or Emily exposing what they had going on, you know, which is like, it doesn't feel great.
Hey! Hey! How y'all doing?
As an audience member, you're like, ew, that's kind of gross. Rachel is not going to pay Emily her half the AdSense. She thought better of it, which I think was smart. But she said that she wanted to donate the other half of the AdSense to charity so that she wouldn't benefit from it at all. And a lot of people in her comments were saying, hey, like maybe donate that money to Beck. They're going through a hard time. It really actually would be like a great move right now, even to sort of stick it to Amber if Beck got that money. And yeah, I don't think she reacted or responded to any of those comments, which is interesting. I think that would be the right thing to do, for sure. I mean, charity is fantastic and we love that. But I think we're in the Amberverse, so you might as well have this benefit somebody who was hurt the most by the Amberverse, which was Beck.
Put a finger down if you've ever pooped outside.
You know? So, yeah, it is kind of a fishy situation, and it's not so fun, and it's sort of like because I think for me, at least, like I always would view reaction channels as being very morally, being moral, having better morals than Amber. Like they would mostly just use Amber's own videos as evidence against her because that's really all you needed. And Amber's behavior on live, Amber's, posts from Ask FM in the past or Tumblr or whatever, like she's always putting her foot in her mouth and she's lying a lot and she can't keep up with her own lies and it's all right there on her channel. And that's really what reaction channels would use. And it was much more interesting than paying people off for receipts or screenshots of text messages or videos of Amber potentially, allegedly naked and having a BPD meltdown or whatever she calls them. Like that's a little bit unsavory. And I know we want, and I do too, like I want people to know that Amber's not a good person. Like she needs to know that more than anything because she's the one who has to turn it around and get the help that she needs so she stops hurting people. And yeah, like it should get out there. But if we're paying people to get this information out there, like how are we helping? Like it's really just for the benefit of the reaction channels because you can make a lot of money that way. That it's worth it to pay Emily, right? Like if you pay Emily for those videos that everybody wants to see and you put them on your channel, you're gonna get a ton of views. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like I don't think Rachel's a bad person at all for doing this. I think you get caught up in the Amberverse and then you're chatting back and forth with Emily and it sounds like they're broken up and this, that, and the other thing. And then it turns out they're not and Emily wants her money and it's not pretty. Like Emily's not a good person. And we've been saying that pretty much since Amber first met Emily, Like it's no mystery. Emily is putting herself and her family in danger by staying with Amber, by contacting reaction channels in the first place. I mean, she could have just disappeared from the internet just like Wifey did.
So you like them, baby?
I'm obsessed with these babies.
Okay, good.
She could have just been like, you know what? I need to protect myself and I'm gone. I'm done with Amber. I'm done with Girl World. And see you later. And she could have very well protected herself. I think some people are speculating that Emily possibly lost her job because of the Amberverse. And I know Aunt Tammy had posted something about that. And yeah, like that's serious. I mean, but I mean, also on the other hand, if she's not a good candidate for her job, then I guess that should be known. But still, that is the Amberverse directly affecting her life. Yes, but it's her fault in the first place for getting so involved in all this drama and all this tea and all this blah, 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 and doing whatever she can to make Amber look horrible. Even though we all know Emily is probably on the same level as Amber. They're both really messed up people. And in the end, if they wanted to stay together and fight for the rest of their days or whatever it is and like feed each other or whatever they do, then like that's sort of on them. Like that's fine. Sure, live it up. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So yeah, the stuff with Rachel it's a little disappointing, I think, for everyone in the Amberverse. And yeah, I don't know where we go from here. I think everyone's sort of just waiting for what Amber's gonna do. And hi, Pistachio. I think every single pet has made an appearance in this video. This is Pistachio. I'm going to get you, Pistachio. He's a very special friend. He's very special. He's my great cat. So, I don't know. Like I said, I want to hear what you guys think about it. I feel like we're in a weird spot here in Girlverse, and it's hard to know where we're gonna go from here in the end. Like when will it stop? When will people stop caring? Because they're going to eventually, right? And then Amber's not gonna have much. Unfortunately, she needs reaction channels as much as they need her. It's kind of like they play off of each other. Jeez, Pistachio. So yeah, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. And like I said, like I really like reacting to her vlogs, but it does feel a little bit weird and different now. I guess we'll see what happens come Vlogmas. I actually don't think she's gonna end up doing Vlogmas, of course, because number one, it's Amber, and number two, there's just way too much that's happened this year, and I'm sure she's doing fine financially, and she really only does, Vlogmas because she's gonna make the most during that time. So yeah, I mean, it's very confusing. It's a very confusing time. Like I said, this channel is, gonna move in a different direction, of course, but I'll always be in the Amberverse. You'll catch a comment from me every now and again, and I always, I follow all the reaction channels as well. So, and like I said, I don't want this to be like I hate Rachel or I'm coming for her or anything. Not at all. I think she's a very good content creator here on YouTube, and I really enjoy her content. I just think we're sort of losing the point here, and I think sometimes it gets so exciting and so good, and like everything's like, oh, everyone's like, oh, what's next? What's Rachel gonna put out next? And the pressure's on, I'm sure. So I get it. I understand. I mean, not really, because I have 60 subscribers, but I can imagine that if you started getting really popular and making videos about Amber, and you could potentially get some really hot tea if you paid for it. It makes sense that you would. I just think she needed to communicate better with her audience, and things would have been a little bit different for sure. So yeah, again, no hate to her at all. I think she's a great content creator. I mean, and no hate really to anyone, honestly. This is just my stupid opinion. Like, who the hell cares what I think? I just think Emily and Amber, like, they really need to get help more than anything, and that should be their goal. I think Amber should get off the internet just as much as I think Emily should. They both need to get help, and Emily has a family to protect, like I said. Amber, how much longer can she be like this? Because I have a really bad feeling that things aren't going to work out with Emily. I think they're still trying to make it work, but I think eventually things aren't going to work out with Emily, and she's going to jump to the next girlfriend because she always has somebody in her DMs or somebody on the back burner, and the cycle is going to start over again. And I think most people in girl world believe that's probably going to happen, right? Because we've just seen it 100 gajillion a million times, and yeah, so I don't know. It's just reaction channels getting a little too crazy, it's kind of becoming a little bit unsavory. I think as awful of a person as Emily and Amber, as awful of people as Emily and Amber are, I don't think we ever want to put ourselves on that level, A lot of people are saying don't touch the poo, and that is the truth. Just stay your ass out of it. It's like, just watch from afar, react from afar. It seems like a much better option than getting too deeply involved with Emily and...
What the hell is even that?
Does anybody know what I'm talking about? God, I don't even know. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really, really want to hear from y'all. I think whenever I read the comments on a video, I think I said this before, but everybody just takes the words out of my mouth. Like, I can't even think of the words. Like, everybody who's ever posted a comment needs to have a reaction channel, because you guys know what you're talking about for real, and I really want to hear from you. So if you happen to see this video, leave me a comment. How do you feel about the Amberverse right now? Will you continue to tune in? And do you think Rachel went too far? Do you still watch Rachel Reacts? Are you curious to see where she goes from here? Are you curious to see where Amber goes from here? Are we curious to see what happens with Aunt Tammy? Like, what's going to happen? Is she actually going to sue her? There's so many unanswered questions right now. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know. That's all I had to say. I just wanted to rant and rave and get this out there because, yeah, there's a lot happening, and it's really, really changing. And like I said, I don't know what my future in the Amberverse is besides going back to lurking around and watching reaction channels. But if you don't care about me and you're like, this channel's stupid, now's your time to click off, because I'm going to stop talking about Amber and I'm going to talk about what I want to do for this channel potentially. And you can tell me if you want to see that, or if you're like, no, that sounds awful. Okay, so I'm going to tell you that in a second. Okay, that was by far the stupidest video I've ever posted, and I apologize. So, anywho, for this channel, I've been thinking about many different things that I want to do, And so I was thinking, number one, maybe I can take you guys along with me on a health and healing journey of my own, because I've been, not so great, not so healthy, not so fabulous, feeling kind of sad, feeling kind of bad about myself. And so I need to do a lot of healing and growing as well. And so I was thinking maybe that we could do that on this channel, kind of like a day by day things I'm doing to make myself better and healthier, for myself and for my friends and for my family. Or I could we can do like, sorry, this is so ridiculous. We could do like paint with me's. I do like to paint. I like to be crafty wafty. We can do like clay stuff. Maybe I can get some air dry clay. We could or we could just like sit around and gossip with each other. We could talk about 90 Day Fiance. I love 90 Day Fiance. No, it's such trash television, but I just love it. I just do. Or maybe we could just do a friggin' little bit of everything. Like I said, I live in Salem. It's October. It is the prime time that tourists come to Salem. So it's very busy. But I could do like, what I do in Salem as a Salem local. That would be kind of fun. Because I do think there's a lot of hidden gems that most tourists kind of miss, because there's like the standard things that people do. And so you don't really see some of like the more local spots, and you might miss out on a few things. So we could do something like that, or even just, I'm really interested in the history of Salem. I think it's really interesting. I have a couple books here on the witch trials and what actually happened and how they went down and all that, and how witch hysteria starts, how hysteria in general starts, and how it keeps happening despite us knowing the ramifications of things like that. And I think that's very relevant, especially right now. We can do that. And like I said, I definitely want to have like something with my books, a little book club, maybe book recommendations, book reviews, whatever. I don't know about reviews, because like, who the hell am I to review the Bell Jar or something? You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't do that, because it's such a classic and a wonderful piece of work. And you think Amber Lynn has ever read the Bell Jar? I doubt it. But yeah, so, let me know. I really want to keep this channel going, even if it's ridiculous silliness. And I'm still not very good at collecting my thoughts on camera and getting everything out there that I want to say. But when I write a script, or even if I write notes, I feel like I sound like a robot. Like, it's so not natural. So I don't know if you guys have any tips for that, if you're content creators and you're good at that sort of thing, of talking to the camera and making it sound very natural. Leave a tip. I would love it. Anything, and any critique you have for me, I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I just want to make this channel better, and I want to have internet friends, because I don't got any friends in real life. Because I'm bitter. I'm sad. Oh God. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week. It's just start. It's Monday, so hold on tight. We'll make it. Happy Halloween if I don't see you. That's on Friday. Happy Halloween. What are you guys gonna be for Halloween? I hope something fun. I have no clue yet. I know we're gonna be trick-or-treating, but I just don't know what we're gonna be, because I have to wait till last minute at all times. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you stayed this long, feel free to like and subscribe. In fact, I would love it, and I would kiss you on the mouth if you did. Yeah, thank you so much. Truly, it really means the world. Like and subscribe, like I said, and keep an eye out for me. I'll be back. All right? Okay. All right. Bye-bye.